you a little shorter video. This video is going to be teaching you a couple things about FNaF 2. So, a lot of people think that the best way to practice is just on the presets themselves. I think personally the best thing you can do is make your own presets. Now, what would I recommend? Now, obviously, I can't recommend anything to you because you are going to be better than me in certain places, and I might be worse than you, and I might be better than you in certain areas. Might be better than you in certain areas. So, let's just start with what would make a good preset. Well, for one, maybe start by practicing animatronics you're comfortable with. So for me, my most comfortable animatronic is probably Mangle. I can deal with him well. I can always know where he is, but I can occasionally mess up with him. That's the thing with FNaF 2. Obviously, you might mess up at some point. Now I want you to try and think of what would help you build up for some things like 1020 mode. You might be practicing for 1020 mode and want to know what the behavior is like. Well, I would describe it to you as chaotic and very packed with strategy. So I would say if you wanted to practice 1020, you should probably split up it into parts. So the first part you should probably get to know is the blackouts themselves. So if I were you, I would probably practice using probably these 5 animatronics, as they all contain a blackout. And if possible, maybe even turn on Foxy a bit, and maybe even like put him at 5, maybe level him up to 10, maybe then 15, and then challenge yourself to beat him on 20. And this is essentially all that 1020 is, because these are only the active animatronics, as this are removed, and after a certain point, he's also removed. So it just feels like the best thing you should do is practice after every blackout. Practice dealing with Foxy, I would assume, because unless you're really good with Foxy, you don't really have to deal with him. But I would still say practice him, because it's very easy to lose the groove with Foxy. I've lost many attempts to Foxy, even though I know exactly how he works. And I would also say test your luck with Toy Bonnie, as he tends to get very unlucky in some occasions. So that's all I recommend. And also try practicing the 0.75 strategy by turning on someone like Toy Chica. Now, these are obviously not things you should be doing. This is just my recommendations of what could be your potential to learning how to deal with 1020 mode consistently. Now, what is a preset I would recommend? Now, I would recommend refining some presets, like maybe like the reverse 1020 mode, where maybe you just set all the toys to 20. Maybe that would work, like a harder version of New and Shiny. You could also try practicing Toy Bonnie by just turning on Toy Bonnie and leaving him there, and maybe even turning on a blackout animatronic like Withered Freddy, because he's supposedly the fastest one. So maybe like try something like this. Or maybe you could even try something like where you practice Golden Freddy and flashing Foxy, so learning how to consistently put on the mask quickly enough and flashing Foxy. Or you could just practice in general using the right Van Camp strat by turning on Foxy to a decent AI and turning on all blackout animatronics. So then you would know exactly what to do after each blackout and what step is always next. But anyways, that's just gonna be this guide. This is just a short guide of how you can build your own presets in FNaF 2. Obviously, this is definitely a lesser guide than all the individual nights. But I will be making a guide on FNaF 3 today. We're going to be doing nights 1 through 3, and then the next video after that, which should be coming out the day after this, it should be nights 4 and 5, and then we should be doing nightmare mode, and then probably aggressive nightmare after that, and then I have big plans after that. So I hope you're ready for all of that, but until then, I'll see you guys later.